venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be our visitors taking on the Detroit Lions. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. He's got his guys in mid-season form already, an impressive 3-0 start to the year. Across the field on the Lions sideline, Dan Campbell. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. A good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they're led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former Oklahoma Sooner, Landry Jones.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 19, Tiger, 19.
They run with Rivers. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Chicago.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Getting this into the hands of Turner. Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not, just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is gone. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 5.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
I thought thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts them down in the minds of their opponents.
A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the ground is Rivers. Now he's free at the 35. Touchdown, Chicago! A great play there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played hard for business this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Dropping a minute but can't stir it no more. I'm a wave and now you're chilling on shore. What's it used to be a bitch when you're inside? But you don't want to see it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. I mean, look at this defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it could be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run it here with Rivers. Down to the 42, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know they're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
Here we go.
Here's Rivers. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Chicago.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Gregory. He's got Turner. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here we go. Check.
Rivers. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get it behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Ready? Cougar 19.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Detroit back in possession of the football. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to put a drive together. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
20.
Gibbs straight ahead. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It's a gain of 23
And they're able to convert on
yards.
3rd with a solid gain of 23.
First down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Goff. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Oh, he's hitting lost the football. Put it on the carpet. McGough and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You've probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. First carry now for David Montgomery. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
At the 22-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at 29. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Gone. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. This a 43-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school? That possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too, having the football count.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Fix the Eagles, fix the Eagles.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports.
Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, the Steelers at home to take on the Minnesota Vikings. And this is Jaylen Warren. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Steelers use a late score to celebrate the come-from-behind victory. From there, it's off to Tampa. Let's look in on the Buccaneers. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's a man coming off a third straight 1,000-yard season, 5 out of 6, A.J. Brown. A deep shot downfield, and he's right there to look it in, and they're not gonna get him. The Eagles with an 11-point lead. It's now 21-10 at the half. Lastly, let's head to Buffalo. The Bills taking on the New Orleans Saints. And it's last year's most valuable player, Josh Allen, adding to his total. He's the league leader in touchdown passes, and here's another here. This one's at halftime with the Bills with the lead at the half. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half.
Real quick. Maybe on that rapid pay the bills. Now I'm finished. Not even a little bill. Oh, Lord. Know yourself. Know your worth.
17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That's good. For the Lions. First down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Another run for Gibbs here. And this one also slow in developing as he's beginning to get back here to the line of scrimmage. But not much more than that.
If these guys going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now it's gone. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Goff now looking to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
It's 3rd and 7.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up and taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. One play, 75 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So the problem's really starting to add up now. I mean, they try the field goal in an effort to get a little bit closer, but the block and return make the situation worse.
I like what you just said there. Just trying to get a little bit closer. I think mentally, that's why they were doing it, because really the three wasn't going to do them a whole lot of good, but they feel better about themselves now. They feel exponentially worse.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. All right, Scott, thanks very much. We welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Way to make the play.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progression.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Now the try here for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Goff. This one swung out to Montgomery. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Lock up all his progressions downfield, forced to get into his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. This is 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Rivers. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now is 2nd and 10. Now Goff. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. So the completion good for 7 there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Back to throw. Goff. Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll get a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On 1st down, Rivers. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on his faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick here is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense set to take over. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Lions on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he is going to have the Lions first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
180!
Now Goff. This is caught by Williams. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will take over possession of the football at the 42-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
Get it! Ready!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
Kennedy Lions!
They'll keep it on the ground. Rivers. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just floated from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Gregory will look to throw it. Able to find the open man. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the
#1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the first catch there. I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
They'll run on first down. Rivers. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Chicago, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.